Alright, welcome back YouTube. And I've done another update. It looks like Ars Magica was updated and they've changed the Sunstone and Chimerite blocks. So they look different now. They've also changed a couple of the gems you get out of Chimerite, Moonstone, and Sunstone. I haven't made a Sunstone block yet, but I'm assuming that has also changed. Also, it looks like the Oculus has been changed as well. You can now see all of the things that you can get, so you don't have to mindlessly go wherever you want or look up a guide on whatever one of these ones mean. You can now actually see where you want to go with it. And it also looks like the compendium is or has been updated. It looks a little bit more fancy now, and when you click on the stuff, it has a little guide and tells you about stuff like the burnout, which is what I was explaining down in the lower left. It's your the red bar, and it affects your casting. So if you cast more, the more you cast, the more mana will each spell will cost more mana. So, you know, like I said, it's a burnout bar. That's what it is. It tells you about magic level. It's got a lot of information in it, and then it tells you about the blocks you've unlocked. So, unfortunately, because I did most of this in previous episodes, my book hasn't caught up to what I've done. So I have to actually go ahead and make a lot of the stuff over again. Because right now my guide is I'm on the first spell. I don't even see the bosses or how to make them or anything. So unfortunately I have to make a new spell. I set up a new spell here that I'm going to make. It's called the light spell, or the mage light. So basically it's a projectile that shoots a little ball and lights up like a 3x3 area. So kind of lame, but you know, if I didn't want to place torches everywhere, I can just shoot lights everywhere, all over the place. I also noticed that it now includes that you need to have a blank rune and a spell parchment with you in your spell creation guide, which is kind of cool, because a lot of people didn't know that before. I was also going around and scanning a little bit of extra stuff. Haven't really done anything since last episode. I kind of logged off and I went to play some games with my friends, some Civ 5 and other stuff. So I've just logged in after updating again, and yeah, it looks like it hasn't really affected my world too much. One thing to note that they did update, in this update, they added universal electricity. Now, I haven't played with universal electricity before, and from what I see, it doesn't look like they add any blocks at all. Kind of cool. From what I read, it seems like the universal electricity is an API for mods to link their energies together. So say I could link probably IC2 energy into my hardened energy cells and get redstone flux, and I could link redstone flux into my bat box to get IC2 energy. Something like that, something along those lines, and I'm sure it does some sort of balancing thing so that you know, like 2.5 IC2 energy equals 10 redstone flux, something like that, you know, to keep it like so it doesn't look like it's not working properly, or it's taking too much and giving too little, or you know what I mean, something like that. So I'm going to assume that's the way it works, and it's kind of like its own inbuilt power conversion system, which is kind of cool. That'll be extremely useful because depending on what I do, different machines have easier uses and the ability to do or get into more complex stuff. So, yeah. There have been quite a few bug fixes, it looks like. Yeah, lots of stability. Ars Magic had a couple of crashes, and the COFH core had a bit of optimization. So, yeah, it looks like a lot of stuff has changed. Anyway, I believe last episode I said I was going to get into the moving my machines up and getting like an automated machine line going, but I actually wanted to make a couple of things first. One more thing to note is that in Ars Magica, they've added the ability to put a Thaumonomicon on a lectern. So now I can look at my Thaumonomicon while it's on a lectern. That's really cool. What I want it to do is I want it to make some enchanted fabric. I did want to make the Thaumaturge's robes. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a set of Thaumaturgy robes. I would like the goggles of revealing here, but I haven't been able to find them. I also need to get the Essentia tubes, and there's one more thing I wanted to get. This stuff. I need to unlock Infusion as well before I can go any further with Thaumcraft. Eventually we'll get there, but unfortunately I have to unlock quite a few more things. I've already unlocked all the interface things here, arcane stone stuff, so that's kind of cool. I started into Golemancy here, as you can see. I got the bell, got some golems. I've unlocked a few cores. I haven't researched them yet, and I've unlocked a few of the bees and a little bit of enchanting, it looks like. Is that a brain in a jar? Anyway, we'll get back into the Thaumcraft stuff at one point, but I just wanted to make a set of these robes here. So you need one of every single aspect. You need a piece of wool and 4 pieces of string. I think I have quite a bit of that, so let me go grab a little bit of this. Yeah, I got lots of that and lots of that. Let's put one of those back, and I'm gonna make a little bit. I'm probably gonna, yeah, I'm gonna make 25. I'm gonna make a whole 25 of these the cloth here, and I'm gonna use up my entire iron capped wand. Apparently that only made, oh, I didn't have enough wool, that's why. I actually need 26 if I want the full set. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab another, that last wool that I had there. And I'm gonna have to switch off and get my gold bandit wand. Ooh, I'm missing 2. Missing 2. Unfortunately. That is very unfortunate. Also, when I told you guys about the viscose thing, I was slightly wrong. It's not the charging that takes the cost. It's actually the usage of it that takes the cost. So, if I, as you can see here in the interface here, I have 7.4 left now, and I should have 9 left. So, because it's using 110%, it's using 0.1 extra for every craft I do with it, which is not acceptable at all. But let's get rid of this iron wand here. I do want 4 more pieces, and those will make my boots at one point. But unfortunately I don't have any vis left. Yeah, I don't have any earth or fire left, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to go around and I'm going to have to go find some vis, but I'm not going to do that on camera because that's kind of lame. The iron capped wand I don't want because it's wasteful. It's way too wasteful. Alright, and one more thing I wanted to make is I want to make an armor stand. The armor stand is added by Bibliocraft. It's really cool. Really cool. I would also like to make a set of mage leggings and whatnot, but I will do this at one point. Probably battle mage, maybe? No, that's you need fire and water and all sorts of crazy essences with that. Let's start with the regular basic stuff here. We'll get more into that later. Earth armor. Whoa. That's kind of interesting. But we'll get more into the Ars Magica armor later. I'm just gonna make the Thaumcraft armor here. I'm just gonna go use the crafting table over here. Those other crafting tables, by the way, they can be used as crafting tables too. Unfortunately, I thought, oh, do I actually need to use this for this? That's interesting. Oh yeah, okay, I see. I need 5 air. Okay, let's make the robes and the pants 5 water and the hat. There's no hat. Boots. 3 earth. I don't have any earth. Okay, so let's make the armor stand before I go further. Stone slabs and 2 iron ingots. No problem. Let's make that. And I believe I have 2 stone slabs, or 3 stone slabs here. And I'll also want a... I'll worry about it later. Actually, you know what? Let's do it for demonstrational purposes at the moment. You'll see what I'm talking about, or pondering about as I make the video. A couple of minutes here, a couple seconds. So the armor stand is really cool. I'm gonna set it up like right here, I think. So when I walk into my my Thaumcraft room, I can turn left, and I'll see my armor here on the stand. So if I right-click on the stand with my stuff in my hand, we'll see that there's Thaumaturge leggings, Thaumaturge robe. If there's a hat, I could put that on there. But unfortunately it doesn't look like there's a hat, so that's fine. I think the Thaumaturge, or the Thaum hat, comes from the Goggles of Revealing. And you make the helmet, yeah, the helmet of Revealing. So, eventually I'll get there, eventually. But at the moment, I won't, or I'm not there, rather. So, we'll just continue on with this. And what I want to do is show you what you can do with this. So if I shift right click, I can put my my armor on the stand, and you can also see that it shows the enchantment here. I'm not sure what gives that, but it's really cool. Can't really read it because the armor is glowing pink and the writing is pink, but if you look closely enough, you can see protection 4, unbreaking 3, thorns 3, soulbound 1. You know, kind of cool. Alright, so one more thing you can do with this is if I place a lever, a redstone signal, and I shift right click, it will swap my whole armor set instead of just a couple of pieces. So now if I shift right click, it shifts my whole that armor onto my current armors, or into my Thaumaturge stuff. So now when I come into my Thaumcraft room and I want to do some Thaumcraft work with the arcane table, I can just come over here and, you know, done. And if I want to leave, shift right click, and I got my full body armor back on. So now I won't die when I walk out the door and get wrecked. I still need the boots, and I will eventually need the helmet of Revealing, but I'll get there at one point. I need to recharge my band, but I'm not going to do that right now. Also, I made some enchanted fabric here, and I've never researched that before. So I did want to get my 8 points there, 1 point there, and 4 points in Bestia. So, you know, keep that in mind. Make sure you are researching stuff. You don't want to have enough or missing fabric or whatever. And I'm gonna assume that the helmet of Revealing is gonna require a Thaumium helmet. Luckily, I have quite a bit of Thaumium ingots, so you know. Good. Now I don't need to do any of this anymore because I'm not going to go into Thaumcraft too much more today, because as I promised, I was going to get into deeper into machines. Okay, I don't need my wand on me. In fact, you know what? Let's just stick that in there, because I do actually want to keep my wand on me in case I want to do any more or if I find a node, I want to be able to research it. Alright guys, so let's get on to into business here. Now, I don't know if I have charge pads at all, but I might have some sort of charge box. No, for batteries. It doesn't look like I have charge pads or charge benches or anything like that. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like I have any of that. So I'm going to have to actually stick an MFE or MFSU upstairs for charging any of my stuff that requires ME. Probably going to put something like that, like right here, like right up, so when I turn the corner, I can stick anything in there that requires charging, like my picker here, which is starting to use durability, which I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to stick it into the MFE here to charge. And I heard a zombie. I don't like it when there are zombies in my wall. I think he's like right here somewhere. I'm gonna have to kill him out. Kill him out of my wall. Where is he? Where is he? He's still... No, he's down. I can't find him. I can't find this guy. I don't like that. I don't like it when there's zombies in my walls. Oops. I just left myself dead. Where is he? Oh, God. Alright, I'll have to figure it out later, so... for now, let's get back to business. Where was I? I was gonna make some machines. So, I think I'm going to keep EU up here. This is all just gonna be EU machines, except for this guy, the rock crusher, because the EU machines are upgradable. And by upgradable, I mean that if I go over here and I go search for upgrades, I can get overclockers, which speed them up, but they increase the power requirement. And then I have transformer, so I can upgrade the tier of energy. If I come down here and I look at these machines down here, the extractor, the compressor, the macerator, the wire mill, and the plate bending machine, they all require 32 energy or lower. If I give them any more, they'll explode, and I don't want that. So in order to stop explosions like that, if I use a transformer upgrade, it will increase the tier I can go up to. So if I increase the tier once from Batbox, I can go to MFE. If I upgrade it again, I can go from MFE to MFSU. If I upgrade it one more time, I can upgrade it from MFSU, which is 512, to IDEU, I think, which is 2016 or something like that. Something like that. It's pretty high. So that's the tiers, and I think it can go even one step further, but I'm not sure. I haven't really upgraded anything past that, because 2000 and whatever energy there is quite a bit. I was able to stick 4 or 5 overclockers on it last time, with the the IDEU upgrade, and it was pretty much instant smelting, instant macerating. So there's really almost no point to go any faster because it's instant, right? What is this? Magician's Workbench Upgrade. What? What? I'll have to take a look at this at one point. I don't know what that is. It looks interesting though. Anyway, there is a couple of more here. So the energy storage upgrade, it'll upgrade how much EU the energy storage in a machine. So if you remember, all these machines, they all have lightning bolts in the middle, indicating the power that they have. Well, Gregtech doesn't. Okay, well, I don't know how you can visualize the power here, but the old IC2 machines, if you are not running with Gregtech, they have, and the upgrades are going to work different than they do in this one. The old, in regular IC2, without Gregtech, there's a little lightning bolt indicating the power instead of coal. And you can use that to indicate how much power it has. So if you notice that the power is going down, that's because the internal buffer cannot keep up with the power it's receiving, so you're overclocking it too much. The same thing happens with Gregtech, except you can't really visualize it. If you put too much overclocking in it, it just stops working. It just flat up stops working. Kind of annoying, but you know, you're overclocking it too much. You can't get enough power. So that's why you have the transformer upgrades. So I think at 2 or 3 overclocker upgrades, you have to use MFSU 512 volts in order to power a machine. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. You can also use energy storage upgrades to make sure that inside the buffer, it can store enough energy that it won't, that it doesn't deplete too fast, and you can keep going. There are quite a few more upgrades here. There are MJ to EU, or EU to MJ rather. So you can use the MJ machines, so the dynamos, for powering IC2, and then there's the lithium, which increases 100,000 EU instead of the regular energy storage. Lithium is a little bit harder to make though, because you need to use the high voltage transformer. Or this is the high voltage transformer. Then there's the lithium upgrade. There was a lithium upgrade, a lithium battery upgrade at one point. Yeah, okay, there's all the other upgrades. Apparently the lithium battery, oh, there it is. Yeah, this is another version of the high voltage. So the high voltage transformer is a better upgrade, a better transformer upgrade than the regular one. If you're planning on using these machines in the long run, your best bet is to go with the high voltage one instead. So this will upgrade it to 512 instantly with one upgrade, and all the machines have a max amount of upgrade slots. So the less upgrades you put in there, the better. I don't know what I'm doing flying around while explaining this, but you know. Anyway, we will get more into these upgrades when I get around to it, but unfortunately I'm going to require a few machines in order to get into them. So the first machine I want to make is, I need another machine, and this one is called the assembly machine. And this one is a pretty important machine as well. It's going to require some steel plates, basic circuits, piston, and conveyor module. So I'm going to need a glass, a piston. Oh, I didn't need 3 pistons. I need conveyor module. I'm really going to have to make make my AE system here at one point, and make sure that it gets all upgraded and stuff. So I'm going to need iron plates, 3 glass, battery, and 2 electronic circuits. And then 4 more electronic circuits for a total of 6 electronic circuits and 1 battery. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of that. I believe in Railcraft is where I have most of my plates, yeah. So I'm gonna require one for the I'm gonna need one for the battery, and then I'm gonna need 3 for the conveyor module, and then 3 steel plates for the machine. Alright, we have that. And Industrial Craft has the wire I need. I'm going to require some of this. I'm only going to require one of these, but I am going to require 6. Yeah, 6 cables here. I do have 4 electronic circuits pre-made, so I'm actually going to require 2 more batteries. So I'm going to need 12 and 1 more iron plate, and I'm going to require some tin plates. Do I have any left? Yeah, I'm going to need 4 tin plates, and I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that is everything I need. And a couple of redstone, a couple more redstone, and let's get crafting. So let's make the battery first. And then we'll make the two circuits. And then we need to make the conveyor module. And assembling machine. So I was talking about upgrades, and when you hover over the machine in your inventory, you will see that it has possible upgrades, OTBMS. So overclocker, transformer, battery, and M is I forget. I believe M is MJ, so you can change it to MJ, and then S, which is redstone. Or is it Steam? It's a Steam upgrade, I believe, then. So MJ or Steam, and then overclocker, transformer, and battery. So you can plug all those in. One thing to know, I don't know if it's been changed or not, or if there's a way to do it, but if you put upgrades in your machines, they are up there permanently. So make sure that when you put your machines down and you put upgrades in your machines, that you don't want those upgrades back, because I don't think you can get your upgrades back. The same with the these plates. You know, remember way back in episode like 3 or something, whenever I put this steel plate on top of this machine, I don't think there's a way for me to get that back, unfortunately. Kind of sad about that, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so the assembling machine is cool, but it requires power, like always, and there's only a few things that it's really useful for, and the main ones are the upgrades here. So you will see that the high voltage transformer upgrade requires a transformer upgrade and a high voltage transformer. So high voltage is considered 512 into or up to 248. Anything higher than 248 is extreme voltage, and I believe you can put 2 of these into the machine. I could be wrong, but I believe you can put 2 of these in the machine, and then you'll have you'll be able to use the highest tier, like 8,196 or whatever volt, which is the top highest tier you can get. And then we'll see that the you can use an energy crystal and an aluminium plate as different from aluminum, which is added by Tinker's construct. Aluminium is what you get from mining sodalite in the end. Same thing with the Lapotron, and the same thing with the energy orb, or the Lapotronic orb. See, these are, wow, oh my god. You require 8 Lapotronic crystals, and Lapotronic crystals are 8 energy crystals, 2 advanced circuits. Yeah, crazy. Looks like Calavik core. Calclavia core. Is adding some stuff here, so tin and copper and stuff. It's got its own terrain gen, and I believe Calclavicore is the one that adds the stuff for universal electricity. However, I believe most, if not all, of this has been disabled. Yeah, and most, if not all, of it has been disabled, and you are still able to make all of these circuits if you really want it to, this way rather. So instead of using copper cables, I could use redstone comparators, redstone and bronze or steel plates. And instead of all the mishmash over there, I could use the basic circuits from Calclavicore, a diamond and some redstone, or some regular circuits. I actually might end up doing it this way and using these ones, these circuits here, because this is way easier and way cheaper than making the advanced circuits from industrial craft at this point. Let's see. If I could spell properly. Advanced circuit. Yeah, you require to get lazurite dust. So maybe it's not less expensive because there's a diamond involved in 2 of these circuits instead of 1. Might just stick it with this recipe. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Stuff. Things. For the more advanced stuff, you're going to start requiring circuit boards here, which are made by using the assembly machines, and you have to assemble stuff plates onto circuits, and this is how you get your things. So the assembly machine is a pretty high required item, very required item rather, I should say. In terms of the requirements for the machines, and unfortunately I'm going to require to put the an ME up here, or an MFE up here. I'm probably going to put it, I want to put it there, but then it's blocking my rock crusher kind of. But I'm not going to have any automation off of that, so I'm going to put it, yeah, I'm going to put it there. And then beside my rock crusher, dog is stretching on the floor. Beside my rock crusher, 2 spaces, I'm going to dig down, and wow, that was pretty close actually. I'm going to dig down, and all of this line right here is going to be my automation here, I believe. So I have a few machines. I have a macerator, I have a furnace, I'm going to require a compressor, an extractor, the plate bending machine, and the assembling machine. So if I come down here, I should have all of that. I don't think I have a furnace yet because I didn't bother with it. Compressor, extractor, plate bending, wire, oh, the wire mill, yeah, okay. And the assembly, okay, so I need to make a furnace yet. One of the things I haven't made. If you're wondering how I made the floor, the iron floor here, I used the iron tank walls. Yeah, it's kind of like, why did I make walls into a floor? But it saves me on making iron blocks because I wanted an iron floor for my machine room. It makes more sense, right? Iron. And I used magic wood for my magic room floors because, magic, right? And wood is good for magic, so we'll leave that like that so that we can continue it this way. I do want to upgrade my lights in here. There are a couple of lighting systems that I want to use, and I'll have to get into them. They are from Thaumcraft, but unfortunately I require some charge in my wands. I'm actually going to make a couple of more wands and go ahead and get quite a bit of this charged up for later episodes of Thaumcraft. But like I said, right now it's machine time. So let me check how long this episode is. It's getting pretty long, so I'm going to quickly move my machines up here. I believe I actually want to make a couple of transformer upgrades. Yeah, I want to make a couple of high voltage transformer upgrades, which require some medium voltage transformers, some electronic circuits, and medium voltage transformers require basic machine casings, and basic machine casings are iron plates with an iron wrench, or a wrench of any sort rather. Alright, so I'm going to, I'll prepare to make a few high voltage transformer upgrades next episode. And the high voltage transformer upgrades require medium voltage transformers. And apparently an advanced RE battery. Wow. Sulfur and lead. Okay, so sulfur is extremely valuable in this version with Gregtech because you require to make it or use it to make advanced batteries, and I'm going to assume that the advanced batteries are used in almost all of the advanced machines in some sort of way. So I'm going to prepare to make the high voltage transformers. I'm going to need, how many did I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want about 7 high voltage transformer upgrades, I believe. Yeah, so I can make sure that I can run off of 512, which is MFSU. And at this point in time, I don't think I'm going to go any higher than the MFSU power, but that's what I want to power these machines. And eventually I'll stick another transformer upgrade in them to make them 2000 and make sure that they get the topmost speed I can. And I believe at 512, I'm going to have to test this before I actually do it because I don't want to break my machines and need to make them over again. But I believe at 512 they can accept 2 overclocker upgrades at the most. And I'm gonna have to make a couple of energy storage upgrades. I got stuff to make. But right now I need to make that furnace. So I want to make an electric furnace, and I believe it's gonna be an automated electric furnace, obviously. And it looks like it requires a high pressure steam furnace, which is just need imagination to use this. Okay. Which is bricks, a wrench, some steel plates, and a furnace, and a basic machine casing. So I don't believe I have any bricks left. Oh, I do have some bricks, so let's make a couple of bricks. And I'm gonna want 1 furnace. Do I have any furnaces left? Dispenser? No, I don't. Alright, let's just make a regular furnace here. And then I want a machine casing, and I want my wrench. So here we go. Where do we go? This. And steel. I want some steel and other stuff. Automatic E furnace. So 4 steel plates, and I need 8 8 iron. Okay, and then I'm going to require a electric circuit, so let me grab the cables I'm going to require for that. Okay, and I'm going to require a couple, you know, I realized this myself, but, you know, being a bat is useful, but when I'm running around doing crafting, it's not very useful, because being only one block high is kind of annoying. And I'm sure everyone else is yelling at me because I was doing that too. But here you go, guys. I'm not doing it anymore. I'll use the bat form for traveling and construction and whatnot. But other than that, I will be using my regular human form for the most part. What did I need a circuit for? Oh, to transform it into it. Okay, yeah. Alright, there's the high pressure steam. Now let's grab a couple more pieces of redstone and transfer the high pressure steam into a electric. You know, I never ever ended up using steam pressure, huh? Nether furnace. Ooh, that's weird. Alchemical furnace. Yeah, I have that unlocked. There's some pretty interesting furnaces here that I've never gotten into, or furnace. I might have to go back and visit them just, you know, to see what they do, to see if they're worth getting early. Fortunately, my dog decided that she wanted to take a really loud drink, so I had to not talk there for a bit. She's crunching on some food. Okay, where did I want to go? No, I wanted to go over here with this. Alright, so I believe the glass fiber cable here has a 16 block radius before it loses energy, I want to say. And energy loss is calculated by the length of the wire. So from the starting block, so say that block way down there, that would be 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10 blocks. And I believe on the 16th block it loses 1 EU. I'm not 100% certain on the energy loss. I haven't actually gone into it too much because I haven't been worried about, you know, 1 EU. But when you start running like hundreds of cable down, you do want buffers down to so that you don't, you know, so that you don't use up all your energy somewhere. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to get these guys running power upstairs. This is why I like flying. Look at my big mess here. Look at this mess. It's a big mess. So if I run those guys upstairs, I should be able to... Boy. I have a mess. I have a mess, guys. I've made a big mess. believe I want it that thing will be a MFE or MFSU, either one will be sticking up right here. And the only thing it will be for is charging my stuff. So I'm going to take this power here, and I'm going to stick a dedicated MFE and eventually MFSU for this line, and a dedicated MFE or MFSU or IDEU to charge my stuff at one point. And where was that cable hole? There's the cable hole. So that was quite a few cables there, but I'm not too worried because this is where it's going to end here. I don't really care about the energy loss too much, this one, because this one will be charged almost all the time, so it makes no sense for it to be any more. Well, now I've run into a problem where being a human doesn't really work. So now I need to go favorite my bat. Is there anything else in here that I want to favorite while I'm at it? I don't think so. Nah. I like my Gasling and my bat. Those are the only two. Yeah. I got some really weird stuff, huh? Alright, bat form, go! And you can't actually be a bat until it's finished morphing, so it's kind of interesting. Alright, that's there. That's there. I'm going to need a little bit more glass fiber cable. So it required the energium dust. Which I believe I have none of. What is the energium dust classified as? IC2, okay. I might have energium dust. It requires 1 and some silver dust. Okay, that makes more sense, because I don't want to use 2 for 1. That would be a little bit crazy. Why is that recipe even in there? It's crazy. Get out of here. So I'm going to require that, and I'm going to require some silver. Silver. Where art thou, silver? I believe I have some silver in here somewhere. Let's do 8 crafting. I also want to save up so I can get a couple of MFEs up at the moment. So they require 4 energy crystals each, which is compressed energium, and I can make compressed energium with ruby dust. And unfortunately, how much ruby do I have? I have a little bit of ruby. Yeah, I'm gonna take some ruby, and I'm also gonna break that up. What am I doing? Why am I going down here? What am I doing? Alright, so I'm gonna macerate. Oh, it's still macerating ashes from way back when. I'm gonna macerate some of those. Wow, the machine's actually turned on. Interesting. They weren't working before. So IC2 machines, and it looks like Gregtech machines, actually do make some sounds. Why? It's pretty loud. Went away because I turned it down. Oh, there it is. But IC2 machines and them actually do make some noise. So let's compress that, and I want to pulverize this, and then I want to get some redstone. Wow, how many energy are 9? Ooh, that's crazy. didn't think it actually made that much. I think the recipe might have changed while I was gone. I'm going to need some gold cable and a couple of basic machine casings. So let's go ahead and make that. And I think I'm going to have to end the episode here. I know this is kind of like a cliffhanger on getting my machine line up, but I'm going to make all this stuff here, guys, because you've seen most, if not all of this, way back when. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pre-make all of this stuff, and I will, when we come back, you'll see my machine line all set up there, and I'll get to automating it next episode, and I'll show you how we're going to automate it. So I will see you guys next episode. Thanks for watching, and as always, leave a like, follow, or a comment. All three are very much appreciated, and if you leave all three, you have my deepest of gratitudes. And I'll see you guys next episode. Goodbye.